Please open your Bibles to Joshua chapter 1. Joshua chapter 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land I am about to give them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the greater river, the Euphrates, all the Hittite country, to the great sea on the west. No one will be able to stand up against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their forefathers to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let the book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Let us pray. Father, we're so grateful for your word and the life that it gives, the life that it brings. We pray that you open our hearts and our minds to whatever it is you have for us today, and please close us to whatever is not of you. Father, we pray that you are glorified and honored to the highest, because that's where you deserve to be. And so, Father, I pray that it is your words that are spoken to your children and not mine. We can't do this without you, Father, so we call upon you to help us receive whatever it is you have for us today. We thank you and we love you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Well, Happy New Year, right? First Sunday, 2019. What an opportunity for things to be different, for some changes, right? We heard about New Year's resolutions already. That was like the first 2 pages of my sermon, so I can just throw those away, right? But it is a new beginning. And I was asking my wife this the other day. I was like, why do we wait until January 1 to decide to make changes? Like, God never tells us, hey, wait until January, and then if you want to get right with me, let's get right, right? And he never says that, but we wait until January 1 to make it official. Right? On this whole weight loss kick, I'm like, hey, let's eat all the garbage up through the month of December, and then when it's done, it's done. We're not buying no more. I could have threw it out December 1. I really wanted to. I was listening, and she's like, because in our minds, it is a fresh start. It's the end of something and the beginning of something else. All right, it was the end of 2018. Now we're in 2019. And she's like, for us, it's just easier to think about that. I was like, all right, I guess. But then I was like, but then why don't New Year's resolutions work? Right? We all make them. Most people make them. Let me not say we all make them. I'm sure there's some people who are, I don't make no New Year's resolution. But most people make them. And why do they fail? I was thinking to myself, man, this is January 6th, right? Today's the 6th. I was like, man, well, 6 days in, I wonder how many people still have their resolutions going. I'm sure there's got to be some people who've already failed miserably out of day one. You fail at day one, you're like, 2020 is going to be my year. I'm going to get it right that time, right? This was just practice. But 2020, we got this. And I was kind of wrestling with why do they fail, and I was listening to this article, or listening to this person talk about it. He says resolutions fail because people don't change their lifestyle around what they're trying to change. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But if I eat poorly and I start eating less, isn't that making a lifestyle change? At least in my mind, that's what it would say, right? But I had to dig a little deeper, and I had to ask the question of, but why do I eat poorly? I think that's the bigger question of me not changing my lifestyle, is me not wrestling with why am I even doing the behavior I'm participating in? Right? What causes me to eat uncontrollably? Because there is something that causes me to do that. All right, what causes me not to want to go work out? For the people who said, I'm going to start pumping iron, I'm going to pay that $100 a month and in shape, but never go. But I'm going to pay it. What causes me not to want to go work out? That's the lifestyle thing that I got to change, right? It's what causes me to not do it. The second thing it says that people tend to operate under their own power of will. I listen to a lot of motivational people on YouTube, right? You open up my YouTube page, and it's all motivational stuff. And I trip out on how many people talk about willpower, and you can do it. You just got to will yourself. And I'm like, I don't know if that necessarily works. But the reason people fail is because they operate under their own power of will. And I get that because if I had the ability to change it myself, I would have changed it. So I get into these discussions with people who, right, because I do personal training, who eat poorly. And I always tell them, you can't do this yourself. You got to have support around you, whether it be your family changing the way they eat with you, and kind of going through that whole journey, or having some accountability somewhere that you can look to say, to keep you strong when you want to feel weak. Because I was telling Michelle earlier, man, you bring a donut around, I don't care how much weight I'm trying to lose. You bring some pizza around, all of a sudden we get weak, like, oh my goodness, get it away, I want to eat it. Right? That's where one of you guys got to come running and just tackle me, hold me down until it's gone. But that's not doing it by myself. And then the third thing it said is people just give up too easily once they drop the ball. That whole thought process of feeling like a failure. Oh, I already messed up, right? That's why I said, you failed on January 1. And you're thinking 2020 is going to be my year. Why did you quit already on January 1? At least in baseball, you get 3 strikes. Right? So at least have 3 mess-ups. Hey, you foul ball off in baseball, you get to keep hitting. Hey, that was a foul ball. Right? It wasn't real sugar in there. It was xylitol. So we're still good. It's a foul ball. But people want to quit. People say they want to lose weight, they want to save money, they want to go on vacation, they want to pray more, they want to read their Bibles more, or they even want to grow in their walk with the Lord. These are real resolutions that people come up with every year. Every year. But the one thing I think people miss out on is asking the question, is that what God even wants from me? Typically, these resolutions are based on what I want for me. But never really asking the question, is that what God wants? Is that what God's leading? But that's a hard question. Because now you've got to ask the question, do I even hear God? Do I spend time with God? Can I see beyond me? I'm a selfish person too. Don't hear me saying that to you. Like, man, God, look. You obviously want what I want for me. But are those the things, does God want me on vacation more? Does God want me to have a new truck this year? Does God want me to buy more farms? Increase my business? Is that what God wants? Or is there something else, somewhere else He may be leading, right? And the reality is, God is the only thing that can sustain us, and He's already been putting things in motion. He has a particular place that He wants each and every single one of us. In the same way that I talked about this being a new beginning for us, this is a new beginning for the Israelites, right? Moses died. So everything that the Israelites knew for the last 40 years is up in the air. You guys know that feeling, right? Just looking for potential new leadership already, things are already up in the air for you. As a congregation. Of a congregation of 100, 150 people. Imagine, I heard this guy the other day say there was roughly 2.5 million Israelites standing on that bank right there. Could you imagine having 2.5 million of you and all of a sudden like, what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? How are we going to do this? Right? Your leader's gone. And here's Joshua. Moses' name. And yes, there has been some grooming that Joshua has undergone with Moses, right? Moses has been training him and teaching him things. Moses commissioned Joshua in front of all the people. So there was this idea of who our leader was going to be. But when you ask the question, like, how many of us are the same? There's some similarities, but there's still a lot of differences in each and every single one of us. And so even if I trained you to do what I do, your personality and your character and your thought process are going to shape and mold those things that I've taught, right? And there must be this fear for the Israelites as they're standing on this bank listening to God talk to Joshua. This wasn't a dream. This wasn't an angel. This was God talking to Joshua. And Joshua, he says, get the people ready. Get them ready to cross the Jordan. I asked the question, man, what if Joshua had other plans? God, see that girl over there? I really want to marry her and have kids and do what I want. You know what I mean? Like, that was kind of what I was thinking. There's this college that I've been working my entire life to go to. Aren't I supposed to go there? God, I've been living my entire life in Oakdale. And you want me to move where? You want me to do what? Like, what does it look for us? What does it look like for us at New Beginnings when we ask the question, God, what is it that you have for me right now? What is it that you want me to embark upon for this coming year? Or for the rest of my life? Or for this season? Like, what if if Joshua would have been like, you know, God, I'm cool with all. You see all these people back? Do you hear how much they whine and complain to Moses every time something doesn't go their way? I don't know if you guys have ever listened to the Old Testament, to the first 5 books, and just listen to how often these people turned on Moses. Oh my goodness, you shouldn't have brought it. You should have left us as slaves in Egypt. We were better off. Really? You were better off as a slave? God heard your crying. That's why He sent me to you. Like, if I was Joshua, I'm like, man, do you know what I got to deal with back here? And you want me to do what? You want me to take these people over there? Like, what if Joshua would have been like, I'm cool? No way. But God says, get them ready. And then Michelle brought up a very good point when she was doing the children's message. I don't know if you guys heard it, because I didn't hear it for the first 100 times I listened to it. But when they get to the Jordan and they look across, there's people living there already. Hold on a second. Time out, God. Ain't that supposed to be ours? Well, why is there already people in there? They believe it to be theirs. So I went back, because God tells Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, all about this land, all the time. And He always tells them that there's other people living there. They always know that. So, great-grandpappy passes away, and he leaves you a house, and there's people who are living in your house that he left you, but they're not going to move out easily. No, this is their house. But you're like, no, God told me this is my house. Grandpappy told me this is my house. Well, I guess we're going to have to fight for it. I mean, like, that's what really happened here, right? He tells them, everywhere you put your foot, I will give you. So what He's telling them is, you're going to go over there, I'm giving it to you, but you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to fight for it. Let's go. Come on. Just make it clear, when I beat you, this house is mine, right? Yes, okay. Let's do it. Because this is my house. It's been given to me. This is the parts of the Bible that I love, right? Because we make it sound like we're just supposed to be so passive and as followers of Christ. And no, man, there's some times we got to get down and dirty. Like, we gotta do it. I mean, the land that He tells them, right? The boundaries that He gives them are not small, right? It's not West Side. West Side? West Side Oakdale. That's it. Right? You're not getting F Street. You're getting Oakdale, Escalon, all the surrounding cities. You're going to get it all. But you got to go in there, you got to fight for the people. But all you are is a farmer, you're some herder, you're an ex-slave. What do I know about fighting? I've never been able to fight anything in my life. These people have fortified walls. You just heard about Jericho, right? Fortified walls. They've been fighting for centuries. I gotta go in there. You duke it up. Mike Tyson walked out that house and I said, hey, when I win, this is my house, right? And Mike Tyson walks out. Yeah, you can have a house on me. Yeah. Right, that was pretty good, huh? But you think about it like that, right? Like Mike Tyson is like a known champion for knocking people out with one blow. Right? People used to hate to pay for pay-per-view with Mike Tyson fighting because the fights were over so fast. And he walks out. Come get your house, boy. Come get it. You want it? Come get it. But God says, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. I'm with you. I'll give you everywhere you put your foot. Are we going to trust God? Are we going to hear what He says when He says that to us? Everywhere you put your foot.
will be yours. All right. Let's go, Mike. I ain't never been in a fight before. And use the known champ, but God says to fight you, so I'm going to do it. I just think about like cartoons, like all of a sudden my fist just starts to grow. Right? Come on, Mike, let's do this. All of a sudden I got this humongous fist back here. Wow! He's out, right? I mean, that's how that's the only way I can envision this, right? I can't envision God telling these people who are standing on the bank to go over there and fight for that land and them being massacred. I can't imagine that. But here God is saying, go fight for what I've given you. Can we fight for the things that God gives? And that's why I love making the point of people giving up so easily. Can we fight for the things God's given us? Are we sure the thing God says He's given us, He's really given us? Do we trust Him? Do we have confidence in it? I want one of the leaders. Are we sure? So there's things in mine and my wife's worlds right now that we're wrestling with, right? And each of us have two things on the burners. Both of us. One is, for both of us, one of them to totally transform our lives. Completely. One of them causes us to have to fight. Which one is the one God wants for us? Like, this is the battle, right? I mean, I was telling her, she called me, this guy called me today. Here's an offer he's put on a table for me. What do you think? And I'm like, oh, that's a whole lot of money. She's like, right, but it's not doing what I want to do. He's come before, and he threw all kinds of buku cash. I'm like, here, take it. I have all this money, I want to give it to you. Just take my money. My wife told no. And he came back again with an even better offer. But she's like, you have the same situations on your end. You go take a job. Open door would suffer. But there's guaranteed cash flow coming in. Or, right now I work 5 jobs with Open Door. It's like, or you can work a lot. And I go like, oh, God, just come to me like you did Joshua. Tell me to go out there and fight. Like, put Mike Tyson in front of me right now. That's a whole better option than the decisions we got right here. He says, go fight. Trust. And my wife has to give an answer tomorrow to her offer. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, maybe the battle isn't for you, maybe it's for me. Maybe what I decide is what dictates where you go. I don't know. I wrestle with this stuff just like I wrestle with the same stuff that I tell you guys. Like, I have those same battles. And so, like, where is God calling you to? Where are the things that God is stirring in your spirit, saying, I need you here? And do we wrestle with them and say, no, that's not really God, because that's pretty crazy right there. God, you wouldn't really ask me to move there, would you? You want me to live on 9th Street in Modesto? What? Don't you know all the homeless population they got going on over there and all the rundown motels and everything that's going on? You want me to move where and do what? My son had asked the question, isn't what God gives us supposed to be easy? I go, that's the problem with American Christianity. Because for most of us, we really believe if God wanted me to have this, it should just be given to me. It should just be easy. It should just happen. I shouldn't have to work or fight for it. It should be given. And I was like, son, where have you ever seen that in Scripture? It just happened. I said, Jesus was the Son of God, and it just didn't happen. He got put on a cross and beaten and lied about, cheated on, and stabbed after he got put on the cross. What was the easy part? But he says, be strong and courageous. Then he even emphasizes, be very strong and courageous. And then he goes, didn't I just give you a command to be strong and courageous? Like there's this emphasis that's going even more. Do it. Be strong and courageous. Part of the place God's calling you to get you buckling your knee. I don't know how to get it. We wrestle with that all the time. He says, be strong and courageous. Know that I am with you, that I'll never leave nor forsake you. Well, God, I wasn't made for that. I mean, those are the wrestles that we have, right? Those are the things that we say. What does it even look like to be strong and courageous? I can tell you all day long to be strong and courageous. What does that look like? Being strong is getting up when you don't think you can. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rocky 5, right? I think it's 5. Maybe it's 6. There's like 10 of them, right? But the part where Rocky's out front of his restaurant arguing with his son, I think it's 5 where he boxes the current champion, the young black guy. No, it's 6. But Rocky tells them, or he tells his son, because the son's like, why do you always got to do this? Like, why do you always got to make things about you? Why do you got to make things difficult, right? Like, why can't you just be happy being who you are? Let me live my life the way I want to live. Because everybody makes a big hoot and holler about me being Rocky Balboa's son. Because Rocky's like, probably real life like 70, but in the movie he's like 50, maybe 60. And his champion calls him out. And Rocky's like, I'm going to fight. I still got something inside. I still got a fire burning, right? And he tells his son, like, where did you learn to be this runner? He tells us, not how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Those are Rocky person. Right? But it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Not about how hard I'm going to hit you, but can I keep moving? That's what being strong looks like, right? It's like about me not quitting because it seems hard or difficult. It's about me getting up because I know God has told me this is what I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and he told me that he would never leave nor forsake me. It doesn't mean just because God shows up and tells me that he's got me, it's all going to just be flowers. But it's that there's a push that I'm able to make because he's there. And I don't throw the towel in. I don't look for the softer, easier road that I push. And what is courage? The easiest way I had courage explained to me is moving forward in the face of fear. When I'm buckled to my core, can I go? When everything inside of me says you're not good enough, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough this, you don't have enough that, right? You're not the right color, you don't talk the right way, you don't dress the right way. Can I still go? Is it right? It's interesting. So one of the jobs that I've taken is I've started assisting an insurance person, right? And technically, because I'm not licensed, allowed to say I sell insurance, so I assist an insurance salesman. Well, I've lost a lot of weight. So my work clothes, right, collar shirts, slacks, dress shoes are real big. Right? I don't have no sports coat, and I think there's another name for them too. Guys that wear which like jeans, what are they? Huh? Blazers. There's another name. I don't hear them, so I don't know what they're called. And the other day I wore black and orange, so I had my Giants shoes on, I had my Giants hat on, my Giants jacket on, I walk into the office, right? My boss doesn't care, she understands, she gets it, she knows where I'm at. I go home and start training this other lady who sells insurance for another a high-end company, and she goes, I thought you said you were working in an insurance office. And I go, I am. She goes, dressed like that? Like, unacceptable, just so you know. I was like, oh, my bad. I wouldn't be able to dress like this at your office. She goes, no, you wouldn't. We'd be sent home. And that's the change. I'm like, even if this is all I got, they better figure it out. I was like, all right, 100 burpees for you now. Let's go. I don't care. Better figure it out. Do I let her get in my head and be like, I can't do this? Or do I keep moving forward? Do I keep pressing? Be strong and courageous, right? I was like, what does it even matter? Most of the people I talk to are on the phone anyway, so they don't even see how I'm dressed. I feel like the judge who's sitting up there at the trial with nothing under his robe. You don't think they dress like that? You get hot in them robes. I wear one when I do weddings and funerals. I know. But be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid to ask the question, God, where are you leading me? What are you doing? The reason we get fearful, I'll show you something quiet. The reason we get fearful to ask that question is because we have to ask the question, do we know what God sounds like? When he talks to us, do we know what he sounds like? Do we know his character? Do we know the character of God? And do we know his heart for us? The unfortunate part is if we're not spending no time with him, we can't answer those questions. I do a lot of marriage counseling. I've never seen a successful relationship walk into my office and say, oh, we don't talk, but we are fantastic. We don't communicate at all. He does what he does, I do what I do. We're we are so happy. Never seen it. Never. So how do you be in relationship with someone that you don't talk to, that you don't spend no time with? And that's why that question of God, what do you have for me, becomes so hard to ask. Because then I really have to look in the mirror and say, do I know him? He just said, right? Study this word. Meditate on it day and night. Do not let it not come from your lips. So he's telling Joshua. Why? Because he's getting ready to lead the people across the Jordan. He's getting ready to. When God gets ready to speak to him, he has to know who God is. There's some of you guys I'm so entrenched with a relationship with that if somebody was to call me and say, oh, do you know what so-and-so did? I'd be like, no, she didn't, because I know her. And that ain't her. You're speaking of someone else. That ain't her. That ain't him. Nobody can call my wife and tell me I did something that's out of my character and her belief because she knows me. As some of you know your spouses and significant others and children and parents, you're known. Can we know God the same way? Can I know him? New beginnings, right? Here we are. God, where do we go from here? What do we do? I don't know. It depends on where you are. But for me, it begins with trusting and obeying him. And he says, don't fear. He's got you. Everywhere you put your foot, I will be. So, you need a challenge. As we go from this place, listen to the Spirit. Put your foot in the place it says. No matter how crazy it sounds. And see what happens. See what happens. But when these pastors that come here and preach to you guys, say something crazy, but listen to it. See what happens. I don't know. Did you know that Christ died for me so that I can have this opportunity? That I can. And it'd be scandalous of me to not to try to follow what he asked of me, what me. Father, we come right now. We're so grateful for you and your grace and your mercy and your love. And Father, for the opportunity to have new beginnings and to hear your word in the way you talk to your children, because we are them. And so, Father, we just ask to continually work in us, continually pour out your grace and your mercy and your love and your compassion on us, as we've seen you do so many times, to not be caught up in fear of letting you down and failing and you being displeased and turning your back on me, but knowing that you are a loving, gracious Father that always has his arms extended, even when you did bring discipline and punishment upon your children, you were still there in the midst of it. Help me to know that. Help us to know that, Father. So that as we wrestle with the things that you say to us, we can trust your word that you're never going to leave nor forsake. That you're going to give us everywhere that we put our foot. That you want us to be ready to move when the time comes. So we thank you for all that you do. We We thank you for all that you are. We praise you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. So please stand.